All right, all right, all right. So, been doing a little research, right? Been doing a little research. Come to find out, now I'm not sure about all this. So, when Chief X is not sure, he'll let you know he's not totally sure. Um, but this is strange, and I got a hunch. Um, um, Polight has a 8-year-old daughter out there right now, who the state of New York um, won't allow him to be a father to. This is interesting, right? Now, I may have my facts mixed up, but I don't think I do. Right? Exhibit A. So I ran across something. I had an attorney friend of mine shoot me some paperwork because I couldn't get access to it, right? So a friend of mine shot me this stuff, right? And I tried to blow it up. Let me blow it up a little more and make sure people can see. Okay. Here's the case number. Okay. Filed in February 27th, 2014. Pay attention, family. Now, I been following Polight, in a sense. And I know him to have one biological daughter, the one who looks like him. But according to these documents, he has an 8-year-old daughter right now out there in the world. Right? Now, let me just go through this real quick because I got to go. I ain't got time to play with y'all right? Too long time right now. So, there's a mother. Her name is Lorena Woody. Let me get the spelling of Lorena. Lorena. Larina. Woody. Woodie. Is the mother of this child I'm speaking about. Now, I got 2 different forms, but I can't find the initial complaint. In the initial complaint filed by Polight, aka Michael E. Nowak, okay? The initial complaint, he's complaining that Children's Services told the baby's mama, Lorena Woody, that she needs to, I guess, remove Polight, Michael E. Nowak, from her life. And get a phone, they said, in your own name and out of Polight's name. And Children's Services seemed, from Polight's complaint, to have not allowed him to be a father or have visitation or anything to do with today's 8-year-old child. At the time in 2014, the child was 3 months old. So I'm thinking to myself, why is Children's Services in Polight's life not allowing him to even visit or see his 3-month-old child? Why are they pushing Polight away? There's a reason for this I have no answer to. But when you lose your logic, you got to see something has went strange or gone wrong in Polight's life in the past. And why is he moving from New York to California? Okay? Just think with me and let's run through this real quick. So I'm just explaining the initial complaint because I don't have it here. I had it last night. I don't know. It's just not in the email. Like it just disappeared, right? So the mother and him, I guess, were not getting along. Children's Services somehow got involved. I don't know what the reason is. And they pushed Polight out the life of the woman and children, it seemed, because he made a complaint to the state of New York and trying to get his child back, or he wanted to be a parent and nurture his child, but they didn't allow him. So let's go. This is paperwork Michael Nowak, aka Polight, filed in the state of New York. Okay. Exhibit A. That's the case number. Excuse me. Right here. Hope you guys can see this. I don't know if I need to blow it up any bigger. Okay. Filed February 27th, 2014. That's a strange date because also on February, I think it's February 27th, don't quote me, this rape case happened on February 27th. I think, I may have to go back and look to the dates. Okay? Now, here you go. You see Michael Nowak. This is public court records. Okay? Michael Nowak, 326 East 65th Street, New York, New York, February 12th, 2014 is when he filed it. No, I guess when he wrote the paperwork out, but it was filed on the 27th, okay? By Michael Nowak. Can you guys see this? I hope you can. I should have went live and did this, but this is pre-recorded. Michael E. Nowak Jr. in his now, just to let you know, he's talking that sovereign pseudo-law language, right? That Moors did, and they try to get over on the courts and, you know, push their false ideology on the courts and shit, and try to confuse the courts. But they shut you down, but because eventually this bullshit right here got dismissed, all right? So Michael Nowak in his sovereign, listen to the wording, in his sovereign capacity as intervener, nunc pro tunc. You remember Polight used to always talk that nunc pro tunc, and he's derivative. He used to be using these fucking strange ass words and terms that nobody knew to confuse you. Okay, nunc pro tunc notice and demand affidavit by special appearance to the Commissioner of the Administration for Children's Services, New York City Administration for Children's Services, ACS. So when you say ACS as we go through this, that means Administration for Children's Services in New York. Attention ACS, Administration of Children's Services agents. And these are his defendants. Carol, MSW, Masters in Social Work. Child Protective Supervisor, and LaVon Jenkins, another Child Protective Specialist, in care of New York City Administration for Children's Services. Gives the floor and that everything. 7-day notice. He's trying to threaten them to get his daughter back, and he is the other paperwork I don't have. He tried to sue them for $1 million apiece. Sound like shit young Pharaoh been trying. These motherfuckers are just alike. 7-day notice and demand to make public the nature and cause of your threat to kidnap my 2-month-old child, and the child's name is Nasutet Adwa Woody, born December 16th, 2013. Nasutet Adwa Woody, born December 16, 2013, in contravention of settled law as outlined in the affidavit pursuant to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling found, and he gives these precedents in these court cases, okay? Notice the below affidavit must be rebutted paragraph for paragraph by a living man or woman in their private unlimited commercial liability sworn under oath pursuant to Title 18, such and such and such and such and such and such. Okay. State of New York, County of New York. Michael E. Nowak Jr., the one sovereign man standing in his unlimited commercial capacity as holder in due course / settler / creditor for the indem. I'm not going to be going through all these words. Legal fiction, aka Michael Nowak, now says as follows. This is the things he's saying as follows. Whereas on February 7th, 2014, he's telling you what happened, okay? I received a telephone call from a certain LaVon Jenkins, which I mentioned above. She's a child services employee. LaVon Jenkins, who identified herself as an agent of ACS working in its Queen offices. 2, and whereas LaVon Jenkins indicated that the custody of my 2-month-old child Naisutet Adwa Woody, December 16th, might be in the jeopardy of forced removal by your agency for reasons that remain a mystery. Now, he wrote this, so you guys know it's not a mystery. He knows why his kids was taken and why, but he's just doing this and acting dumb. Now, therefore, this 7-day notice in demand is served your agency to affirm the following, including but not limited to the fact, 4, that your agency intends to seize my biological child for mysterious reasons, and you guys are in violation of the supreme law of the land as announced in DeShaney versus Winnebago County. Okay, let's continue on. 5, that your agency as a state actor has bona fide and lawful proof that you retain a positive property interest in the biological body of the child. Nesutet Adwa Woody, December 16th, detailing the true nature, source, and cause of such property interest. This is his sovereign talk as if they kidnapped his child and are holding him, and he's basically saying, give her back or I'll sue, and you guys have kidnapped her. That's what he's basically just saying. That your agency as state actor has established constitutional duty to protect my child from his or her biological parents in light of the decision. So, Children's Services have got involved to protect this baby from his or her, from the biological parents. Basically him. They're protecting a 2-month-old child from a grown man who's the father? Why? What is this reason? Now, we need to figure out what was the previous case he had with child services and why are they protecting this 2-month-old baby from Polight? What did this nigga do that the state of New York thinks that no children should be in Polight's custody? Now, also, if you guys didn't know, Polight's 15-year-old daughter, who looks just like him, doesn't even have his last name. Her last name is Smalls. Polight's main squeeze, the main dark-skinned pretty wife, her last name is Smalls. Neither of them have the last name Nowak. This is interesting. How does your daughter, your 15-year-old daughter that everyone knows today, who looks just like you, why doesn't she have your last name? Why is her last name Smalls? Were you not around when she was born? What's going on here? State of New York. And this daughter is younger. Today she's 8 if she was born in 2013. Where is this child at? Where is this mother at? Named Lorena Woody. Okay? 7, that your agency as state actor is not acting under color of authority claim, such and such, in this alleged capacity as parents, patria, in contravention of the supreme law of the land, as found in this case, he states. Okay? So, when Polight used to be into the sovereign thing and selling property and all this language and sovereign language, all that was confusing languages and got a lot of men caught up thinking he was kicking some real shit. But it was just word salad. And y'all thought it was just some real shit. He was deep and, y'all crazy. I swear y'all crazy. So, I just wanted to show this. So, that 9, that in your agency as state actor is merely acting in a ministerial capacity, and you disclaim any and all claims of Deuce's power. Okay. He's just basically talking shit. So let me just keep going. Okay? So he's threatening again. If you not hear from me after 7 days, I will infer and conclude your silence to mean and establish that you have no claims whatsoever against the child. Okay? He's saying they don't have a right to have his child. He's a sovereign man. And give me my child back and let me nurture and parent this child. We respectfully bring to your attention the fact that in our great state of New York, it is well settled that there exists the strength of common law to respond, albeit cautiously and intelligently, to the demands of common sense justice in an evolving society. Okay. Now, so he had it notarized, Michael E. Nork, and his signature and his address. The commission had it notarized and shit, right? And these are, you see, affidavit of service. So he served everybody he has a complaint on. And the people who have a complaint on, if you can see my mouse, is the New York State Attorney General, who's a defendant. Okay? And he got the person's weight, looks, and age, and all this whole shit. And he got Corey Banks as the server and his server's license. Okay. Here's another affidavit of service, and this one was to the New York Administration for Children's Services. This one above service was for, where's it at? New York State Attorney General. This motherfucker going after the State Attorney General. These niggas is crazy. And this one was going after the New York Administration for Children's Services. So he's going after the state of New York and Children's Services and the social workers. Okay? And this one, a service, and here's the defendant, New York Administration for Children's Services. Did I go over that one already? Yeah. Okay. So these are his affidavits of service and proof of services. And these are all his certified mail receipts showing that he served the state of New York and all the social workers and the entire department. These are all his receipts. These are receipts. Like this, when you say, I got receipts. Now, these are real receipts. These are receipts of everybody he served, right? Receipts of everybody he served. And here's his receipt, sales receipt in New York. They paid for it. This is basically a postal receipt. I know because I get them every day. I'm a postal guy, okay? We got receipts. We got receipts. We got the court case. Now, let me wrap this up. Let me wrap this up. Court case for anybody who wants to do their own thing and look it up. When it was filed and everything, you see it's Michael Nowak. So our question is, who was this 8-year-old child and her mother that Polight has a child by that Children's Services in New York will not allow Polight to be a father to? And why won't they allow him to be a father? What was this initial case about? Why does the state of New York feel Polight shouldn't be nowhere around this child? This is fucking interesting. Now, why doesn't Polight's daughter, who's his twin, have his last name? Was there another case before his 15-year-old daughter was born that they made sure she didn't take on his name? All my children have my last name. I have 3 kids. I can't see it any other way. If my 3 children didn't have my last name, then something I was doing that caused the mother not to want to be around me or have my last name. I'm ending this. So people, let's do the research on this and figure something out. Call your attorney's friend, give them the case number, get the original case, and see what the fuck is really going on. I'm out, y'all.